Tonight on the 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown Christmas Special, Sean Locke, John Richardson, Bob Mortimer, Lucy Beaumont, Adam Buxton, Susie Dent, Rachel Riley, and your host, Jimmy Carr.
Welcome to the 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown Christmas Special, a show all about letters, numbers, conundrums and Christmas. OK, let's meet tonight's players. First up, it's team captain Sean Locke. If Sean Locke was in the Nativity, he'd be the innkeeper telling Mary to piss off. And joining Sean tonight's Bob Mortimer. Bob, great to have you here tonight at Christmas. It's just nice to know not all elderly people are alone. Thank you. Up against them this evening, it's team captain John Richardson. John Richardson is a family man, and I happen to know all his kid wants for Christmas is a stepdad. And John's teammate, comedian, and John's actual real wife, Lucy Beaumont. We're going to give Lucy the best Christmas present she's ever had. For the next hour, she doesn't have to be alone with John. OK, tell us something about John we might not know.
His left testicle...
So his left testicle?
No, I'm only joking. So, this is something you might not know. He's got a really big crush on Anthea Turner.
Is that true, John?
It is true, yes. I wasn't aware you knew that.
His biggest fantasy, I think, would be me and Anthea Turner folding clothes together.
So it's a little nod there and a slight warmth in your face.
Yeah.
What is it you like about her?
I don't think this is really the place.
She wouldn't let you take her to B&M on a Sunday, like I would.
You're going to have to tell Jimmy what B&M is.
What's B&M?
It's one of the leading variety stores in the country.
The variety store.
It's a bit like if B&Q Homebase screwed Poundland.
That's right, you go there every Sunday.
Every
Don't
Sunday.
go on a Sunday.
We do.
We don't go on a Sunday.
We
It's
do.
too busy on a Sunday. We go on a Monday.
And you say to me, don't you? You say, you can have any tea towel you want.
If you shop at B&M, you can't help but believe that there is a Jesus. Because some of the bargains there... You know, you can get 10 kilograms of kiln-dried birchwood, right, for £6.99. That's incredible.
In the same shop, you can get... You know those big jars of pickled onions that they only have in pubs or chippies? You can buy those... You don't need ID.
Jimmy, you can buy as much of a very faded sort of creamy white imperial, Couson's imperial leather. You can literally buy as more than you'll need for your life in one visit.
And still have change out of a fiver.
Well, welcome to the 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown Christmas Special in association with B&M. I guess that's what we're doing now. I mean, for fairness, the other shit shops are available. Sean, what's your favourite thing about Christmas?
B&M. No, my favourite thing about Christmas, Jimmy, is this lovely sound, which is the sound of jingle bells. I love it because you can... It doesn't matter what you say, it just sounds Christmassy. You can say something like, the final white rhinoceros has been killed, rendering the species extinct. I'm not actually your real father, but I am your cousin. See, it just sounds Christmassy, doesn't it? You know?
What's making that noise? Your testicles.
And once the eggs hatch out, they burrow through your nasal passage into your brain and feed on your cerebellum till you're driven insane. So that's what I like about Christmas, Jimmy.
It's lovely. Bob, talk us through a typical Mortimer Christmas.
I just mainly think of myself being sat in front of the TV enjoying very dry meat. It's funny, it's one of the driest of meats, but we insist on making it last over 3 days. Is that what
John would like to help you out with that. He's itching to get involved in this one, aren't you?
What I must first do as a vegan is point out that I'm a vegan, and so we don't eat turkey anymore. But yeah, you really stuff some nice fats up, stuff a
You
whole...
don't eat meat at Christmas?
No. Well, what?
Lucy, are you vegan
We're
as well?
both vegans, aren't we?
You're both
But
vegan?
You have
Oh,
blue
you deserve
cheese
each other.
and fish, and I have beef and pork crackling.
It's gravy.
But apart from that, we're vegan.
OK. Bob, have you got a mascot?
I have, Jimmy, yeah. I brought along my very favourite pen attached to my very favourite whole roast chicken. I've often thought when I come in here, when I see Sean, that Sean might kidnap me, you know, and harvest my organs. But whilst I've got this, I'll be able to write me will and have sufficient protein to see me through that process.
Is it warm?
It was when we first met, but no longer.
It does look like a good roast chicken.
Lovely.
Why are you, Lucy, the worst vegan in human history?
Honestly, it's funny, since I've been vegan, I've never ate so much beef.
Lucy, have you got a mascot?
Well, there's a few things. These are all things that I've stolen from Airbnbs.
Why are you...
Well, can I explain? Because when we say Airbnbs, you make us tidy up, don't we, when we leave? He wants it to look tidier than when we went in. And they charge us a cleaning fee. So I think, just to piss him off, I think, oh, I'll just steal something then.
John, have you got a mascot?
Well, it's Christmas, and it's a time to think about those who are on their own at Christmas. I think one of the big things you miss out on if you're on your own at Christmas is a good old argument in the afternoon over a board game. So I've developed some sort of classic board games, but that can be played by one person on their own. So this one is called, actually, it's Guess Whom. And it's based on the classic. So what you do is it comes with a timer, and you sat on your own. The timer goes off, you go to your actual door, and you look through the little peephole, and you ask a question each time, like, oh, has the person got glasses? And you go and look through the door, and if it's not you, Adam, I'll pop you down there. There you go, no glasses. And then the timer goes off again, and you go back and forth, and eventually you realise there's nobody at the door, because, of course, you're on your own. And that's the way it's going to stay, because you're the kind of person that says, actually, it's Guess Whom. Maybe you deserve to die alone. So I've both adapted this game for one person and for the modern age. So this is Solopoly. And given what life is like for young people on their own now, instead of... it doesn't come with any houses or hotels, because obviously nobody now will ever own a house or hotel again. So the aim of this game, travel around the board, amassing debt until you end up in prison with no means of escape. And I've also updated the little playing pieces, because I think they're sort of a bit old-fashioned now.
When you've had time to do all this.
Yes. You know, when I'm upstairs, that's what I'm doing. Not doing what you think I'm doing. I've replaced the car with a little bike, because that's sort of more cost-effective, isn't it? I've replaced the steam train with a rail replacement bus. And I've replaced the little Scotty dog with an overbred pug that's got breathing difficulties. If you get bored of the game, this one dies about halfway through. And this is my favourite one. This, again, updated for the modern era. This is Noperation. Now, when you order this, there is a 6 to 9 month waiting list before it arrives. And then the game arrives, got a little patient in there, and you turn it on, it lights up with all his ailments, but you don't get any of the tools, so you just turn it on there, and because there's no tools in it, you just watch him die.
John's Christmas board games. Sean, do you have a mascot?
It's Christmas, so I've got some of my Christmas cards, and funny enough, I do get a lot of Christmas cards from celebrities because I love my showbiz lifestyle. You know, I'm always turning up at everything. You'll see me there, and I love just hanging around celebrities. I love being in show business. It's great. So I've got some cards here. This was the one I got from Piers Morgan, and I'll just read that out to you. And it says, Sean, you're right. I'm a massive prick. I'm an arsehole, and I hate myself. So it's no wonder you hate me too. Merry Christmas to you and your family. My Christmas will be miserable. Well, I'll be OK, but it won't be much fun for my family because they've got to spend it with me. And he's done some exclamation marks. Piers. So that's nice, you know. Yeah. This one is obviously from you, Jimmy. Yeah. That's your Christmas message this year. And it says to, and then it just says insert name here. Merry Christmas from Mr. J Car Limited. Because obviously that's tax deductible then. And that's his agent's number for booking. And we've got one here. We all know who this is, Jeremy Clarkson. Yeah, remember him? And it says, Dear Sean, remember me? I'm the one that does the cars. Can you please read the card out on your TV show? Because you're on proper telly. People actually watch your show. We're on something called Amazon. P.S. Sorry there's no snow again. That's my fault. Merry Christmas. Jeremy. And that's my Christmas cards, Jimmy.
Sean's Christmas cards, everyone. I must say, yeah. Over in Literary Corner, it's Adam Buxton! Adam's got a unique look. A kind of young Santa meets early Jerry Adams. Adam, what are you looking forward to in the new year?
Oh, man, new decade. Exciting. 2020. I'm looking forward to celebrating a very exciting anniversary. It is 30 years since the creation of a seminal bit of film. It features these three people here. That is me, my comedy wife, Jo Cornish, and Louis Theroux. When we were younger, and this is what we would get up to in my first rented flat, Clapham Common North Side. Friday night, here we go.
Embarrassing stuff from back then. And with Adam, of course, it's Susie Dent. Susie's favourite thing about Christmas is a traditional turkey dinner. Every Christmas, it's the same. Gobble, gobble, gobble. And when she's finished doing that, she has her traditional turkey dinner. Susie, are there any festive words that you love?
Yes. I think every year I talk about the Yule hole.
What?
The Yule hole. It's the last hole on your belt that you go to after Christmas dinner.
My mum finds if she takes her bra off, she can eat more.
Has she worked in the adult film business for long? And in charge of the numbers, it's Rachel Riley. OK, this joke. I will stake my reputation on this. Rachel is heavily pregnant. So let's get a move on before someone unexpectedly slides down her chimney.
I like that. All the birthing stuff, you have to replace the hard words with phrases that don't scare you. That's quite nice.
Well, that's it. It's the birthing process. I don't want to mansplain it to you, but it'll be fine. It's no bigger than a bowling ball.
The arms and legs.
Good luck. OK, the prize the teams will be competing for tonight are these, the Countdown ballet costumes. Time for the first game. John, Lucy, you get the first pick of the letters. How does this normally work at home? Who would normally choose things?
You let me choose things and then you correct them when I leave the house. Hanging paintings is anything to go by. I've seen what you've done on the landing. One fucking picture I've hung in our house.
It's horrible, though. That's horrible.
It's a lovely waterfall in the Lake District.
It
Come
looks
back
like
from
clip
tour.
art. It's like clip art.
So you can pick these.
Is it a vowel?
Yeah.
E, correct. 1 point.
And then you can say another vowel, can't you?
Yeah. O,
Consonant.
D,
And another consonant.
S,
A vowel, please.
A,
Consonant, please.
K,
And a vowel, please.
Okay.
E.
A vowel, please. Wait, you should have...
No.
No, not a vowel.
OK. Consonant.
See why she gets on your nerves now, John.
And another consonant.
And the last one, S.
And for the first time today, here's the countdown clock.
Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus reindeer. Vixen and Blitzen and all his reindeers pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So hang your stockings and say, tonight. Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus reindeer. He's got a bag that's filled with toys for boys and girls again.
Come on, Santa, you fat fuck. What? John, how many letters?
6.
Lucy.
1, 2, 3, 4... sorry, 5.
That first thing you said wasn't even a number.
Sorry, 5 letters.
5 letters. OK, Sean, how many?
6.
6. Bob.
I'm going to try 7.
Sure, OK, Lucy, what was your word?
Steak. Steaks. Steaks.
John, you're 6?
Festive word, skated.
Wow.
Like ice skated.
Nice. OK, Sean, you're 6?
Skate.
Bob, your 7-letter word.
Well, it's a pun. I thought I'd put an E in front of skated and go for escated. You never know.
Escated.
Escated. Maybe
Could you use it
escape-
in a sentence?
He escated from the fish shop. No.
Nice blend, that, but it's not there.
6 points for both teams. Adam, could they have done any better?
They could have had sedates.
Oh,
My book.
A good Christmassy word.
So at the end of that, both teams have 6 points. On to our first numbers round. OK, Sean, Bob, your turn to pick the numbers.
Can I just have the Shawnee special, please?
4 little, 2 large. Right, the 4 little ones are 7, 3, 1, and 9, and the big 2, 50 and 100.
We're all doing this.
OK.
Maddie as well.
567.
All right, so your target is 5, 6, 7. Your time starts now.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Hey, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
OK, so the target was 5, 6, 7. Bob, did you get it?
No.
Sean, did you get it?
Oh, 5, 6, 2.
5, 6, 2. Lucy, did you get it?
No. What's 4, 7, 2 add 7?
I think the timer's gone off, mate. I know we're on the same team. If I let it slide now, I've got to let it slide on Christmas Day, and I ain't doing that.
I like the fact you called your wife mate. That was my favourite thing
You've
about
got
that
a dream.
interaction. John, did you get it?
I think I got 5, 6, 8.
OK,
Yeah,
how'd you get 5, 6, 8?
I
Talk us
got
through.
that as well. I just realised, but it's too late now.
It's Christmas. We would allow you. Have you got 5, 6, 8?
Yeah, I can get 5, 6, 8, yeah. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go on.
50 plus 7.
50 plus 7, 57.
So you want to times that by 10. So you add the 9 and the 1 together.
And you're going to get 1 away, you reckon?
And then you take off the 3.
You actually got the answer, but you didn't declare the answer.
I just said, well, I did say that. It's Christmas, though, isn't it?
It is Christmas.
It is Christmas, isn't it?
And may I be the first to say, bar humbug. John.
It's a unique position to be
5,
in,
6,
where
8.
after someone's got the answer, you have to explain how you got a shitter answer to win the round.
That's the show.
100 plus 3
103
multiplied by 7 minus 1
for 618.
and minus 50.
Yeah, 1 away.
7 points to John for a shitter answer. OK, so Sean and Bob have 6. John and Lucy have 13. And here's your teaser. The words are Elfstein. The clue is it's getting bigger. That's Elfstein. It's getting bigger. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the tease. The words were Elfstein. The clue was it's getting bigger. It was, of course, inflates. OK, so John and Lucy are in the lead. They've been playing in teams so far, but this game is just for Lucy and Bob. Bob, your turn to choose the letters.
Could I have a consonant, please?
Thanks, Bob. Y.
Vowel, please.
A.
Consonant.
D.
D.
Vowel.
E.
E.
And 2 consonants.
And T.
T.
And V.
And 2 vowels.
V.
O. And
You're laughing at?
A.
Is that it?
No, you got another hole.
Consonant, please. Consonant.
And the last one.
It's like a Jewish festival.
H.
OK, and your time starts now.
It's hard, isn't it?
Fuck's sake, Susie. Come on. Lucy, how many? How many?
One. What? How
One?
many? How many? I thought you meant balls.
You thought this round was how many balls are there?
All right. 1, 2, 3, 5. What? 1, 2, 3. You're 5.
Bob, how many?
5, please.
OK.
He's there.
Oh, sorry. 5, please, Jimmy.
Come on, Susie, put your back into it. Lucy, what was your 5?
Voted.
OK. Bob, your 5?
A-hole. I think that works, doesn't it?
I think it's
A-hole.
hyphenated, I
A-hole.
think.
There's no L for starters. You're mixing
No
this up
hyphen.
with blankety-blank, aren't you?
I think it's a George Formby song.
I was cleaning someone's a-hole.
Not that I care about the points, but he did have another 5-letter word.
I'd hated, but I plumped for a-hole.
I think because it's Christmas, we're going to give it to you.
Thank you, Jim.
5 points for both teams. Adam, Susie, could they have done any better?
No.
It's all fives. Death, voted.
All right, so at the end of that, Sean and Bob have 11. John and Lucy are in the lead with 18. Time now for John and Sean to go head-to-head. John, your turn to pick the
Can I
numbers.
just interrupt a minute, Jimmy?
Yeah,
Is that
sure.
all right?
Of course.
I know...
What the fuck is going on?
We've got someone to tell you, John. you tell him, Lucy, you tell him.
You're not the father, John. No, we're joking. No, I've been really hard work all year, and I've got you a special Christmas present. You know, your big fantasy is me and someone tidying up.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Anthea Turner's here.
Anthea Turner, everyone.
Shimmy through here. Just shimmy through here. And I'm just going to pop these, John, on your knee.
Wow.
I think that will keep everything nice and safe. You just want to pull out a little bit. Just pull your
out
chair
a little bit, but not all the way,
Just pull
John.
out a little bit. There we go, there we go.
It doesn't come out anymore.
I'm just going to move a few things around here. So,
I'll take your lead on this, Anthea.
would you?
Someone has to, apparently, don't they, when it's 3?
These things are here. So you just relax.
Why is that basket moving?
There's a little mouse in the bottom of it.
Shall we make a start?
Yeah.
Right. Follow my lead. Into the middle.
To the middle.
Another edge. Into the middle. Into the middle. Into the middle.
Just keep your mouth shut.
Fold it over.
Fold it over.
It's all yours. Would you like us to do another one?
I don't like it.
Do you want
Right.
Is this nice, John?
Into the middle.
I don't mind it.
Into the middle.
Into the middle again.
Into the middle again.
We're going to fold it over.
Fold it over. Your nails are lovely,
Yes,
Anthea.
I'm not
It's not quite in the middle, that one.
Shut up. Thank you so much.
Anthea Turner, everyone.
Do you think that's kick-started the passion in our marriage again?
I didn't know there wasn't any. We're on schedule 2 a year. I'm very, that was very confusing for me, a lot of that.
OK, John, pick your numbers.
1 big one, 5 little ones,
5 little ones.
and a counsellor.
We've got 9, 10, 3, 5, 1, and 75. And the target, 122.
Time starts now.
In the meadow, you can build a snowman and pretend that he's Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid the plans that we made. Walking in a winter wonderland. To face unafraid the plans that we made. Walking in a winter wonderland.
Time to go on. The target was 122. John, did you get it?
Yes.
Sean, did you get it?
Yep.
OK, Sean, how did you get it?
75, right, is a number, isn't it?
Yep.
5 times 10 is 50.
50.
Add them together.
125.
Take away the 3.
Well done, 122.
John, same way?
Yes.
Sean, there was a little glance across there, just double-checking his...
He's just got He's just drawn a penis with loads of sperm coming out.
Into a washing up basket.
OK, so 10 points for both teams. OK, so Sean and Bob have 21. John and Lucy still in the lead with 28. Time now to go across the literary corner. Anna Buxton, what have you got for us?
Well, I've got some reviews for you, reviews of Christmassy. And in the modern online environment, negative reviews, bad reviews can really damage a business. And a lot of restaurant owners now have to spend most of their time checking posts left by customers on sites like TripAdvisor and the Google reviews and respond to them. For example, the owner of this Indian restaurant in the United Kingdom, we're not naming the restaurant for reasons that will become abundantly clear very shortly. But for the sake of balance, here's a review from someone called Tony, who leaves a generous 5-star review. Most of the reviews for this restaurant were good. I'm going to obviously read out mainly the bad ones, because they're the most enjoyable. But Tony says, great service, nice atmosphere, and fantastic food. And here is the first response from the owner, who says,
Hi, we do our best. Thanks.
Then it comes to the less positive reviews, beginning with one from Luke. This is without doubt the worst dining experience I have ever had in my life. Eat here at your peril. As I was eating my main dish, I noticed that several pieces of my chicken had clean holes punched through them, which made me think they had been salvaged from some leftover kebabs from a previous patron and reconstituted into my curry. Spare yourselves a ruined evening and eat elsewhere. Response from the owner:
Don't come to a business drunk. You and your pretty lol girlfriend came to my restaurant drunk. If you believed that the chicken used in your dish was left over from another customer, then why the hell did you finish your meal? You must also believe your girlfriend sleeps around. Especially with your friends. I'm beginning to wonder if she's been with your father.
Here's a review from Richard. Possibly the worst Indian food I've ever partially eaten in my entire life. The lamb bhuna resembled/tasted like canned dog food. With so much sugar added, it made me retch. The poppadoms were so stale, they tasted as though they had been hanging in an Asian food museum for 5 years. That's one of the best museums. Let's go and look at the poppadoms. The pilau rice was like rat's droppings, hard and pellety. My wife and I left almost everything and refused when asked by the waiter to pay a tip. That evening, we were both sick. Here's the naked response from the owner.
Richard, you are a sad, pathetic liar. I doubt you even know what good food tastes like. I'm guessing that you caught your wife looking at another guy and giving him the wink. That is why you are angry, and that you have taken your anger out on us. You, Richard, are pure scum of the earth. The lowest of the low. I hope you learned that being a liar is not smart. Pure idiot.
So there you go. Festive customer service there for you from the owner of that Indian restaurant.
Adam Buxton, everyone. And here is your teaser. The words are nutty log. The clue is, I want more. That's nutty log, I want more. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser. The words were nutty log. The clue was, I want more. It was, of course, gluttony. OK, before we go on, he doesn't work on the show anymore, but he keeps on turning up anyway. It's Joe Wilkinson. Christmas, Joe.
Fuck off.
What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I've had my hair cut and it doesn't suit me. Can we just move? Can we just move on, please?
No, I mean...
Oh, right, why have I got my head stuck out of a dead reindeer's arse?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. I was going to come on as Santa, being pulled by a couple of reindeers, but one of them, this one, Dasher, got a bit nasty. And he swallowed me whole and then he died shitting me back out again. Do you want your present?
Yeah.
Dasher swallowed that and all, so I'm going to have to saw his undercarriage a little bit to get it out. Got your tin of roses. I've got an idea for a Christmas bonus round.
All right, go on.
The guests could guess whether they think I can crawl out of Dasher's arsehole in under 30 seconds or not. Bearing in mind, this happened last week with another reindeer Prancer, and I did manage to crawl out in exactly 30 seconds. I know that sounds like I'm showing off, but... but yeah, and whoever guesses right will win their team 2 bonus points.
So, Sean, do you think Joe will be able to climb out of Dasher's arse in under 30 seconds?
Well, what do you think?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should go for it.
I think we should, yeah.
Thanks
We
for
need
the
the point.
thanks
We
for the
need the
vote of
points, go
confidence,
for it.
guys. Means a lot.
John, Lucy, do you think he'll be able to climb out of Dasher's arsehole within 30 seconds?
I'm going to say no. I think
You
we're
say
looking
no,
at-
fuck you.
OK, and your 30 seconds starts now. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think he's got it.
Come on, you bastard! Come on, you bastard! Come on!
no.
Come on, you bastard!
You're not even trying.
Why has he gone northern?
When I get stressed, I sound northern. Come on! Oh, fuck! I didn't do it, you penises. Fuck off.
What happened there, Joe? Where did it all go wrong?
I don't know, Jimmy, I do not know. The only thing I can think is that Dasher has a much tighter rectum than Prancer.
OK, so thanks to Dasher's ever so tight rectum, it's 2 points to Lucy and John.
Well played, Lucy and John. Let's make countdown!
This will probably be my mental image while I'm giving birth now, won't it?
Hello, Mummy!
OK, on with the game. John and Lucy, your turn to choose the letters.
We'll have a consonant, please.
Consonant, please.
Thanks, John.
Please. T.
A vowel, please.
E.
A consonant, please.
Y.
And another consonant, please.
Am I allowed to look at what John's writing, or...?
You can, but it's just the letters that are up there.
A vowel, please.
O.
And another vowel, please.
E.
And a consonant, please.
J.
And another consonant, please.
R.
Another vowel.
I.
OK, your time starts now.
I need a pen and paper.
OK, John, how many?
6.
Lucy, how many?
5.
5. Sean, how many?
5. 6. Sorry, 6.
OK, Bob, how many?
4.
What'd you get?
Yeti.
Nice.
Lucy?
M-O-Y-E-R. Moa. It's a French word.
It's not in...
Sean, you're 6?
Meteor.
Wow.
Meteor.
That's brilliant.
Thank
Gosh.
you. Thank you.
What a brain.
I know.
John, what's your 6?
Remote.
Remote. Joe, are you OK?
No, I'm having a breakdown, but no one seems to care.
What about a drink? Do you want a drink?
Oh, you got eggnog? Oh, I'd love an eggnog.
Fabio, can you get Joe an eggnog?
I'm going to need a straw, aren't I, mate? Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to drink it. I didn't expect that much in my ear. I'm going to get an ear infection because of eggnog.
Adam, Susie, could they have done any better?
Only one other, métier. That's your speciality.
Yeah, they're just 6s.
So at the end of that, John and Lucy are in the lead with 36 points. And here is your final teaser. The words are ice orals. The clue is I've had too many. That's ice orals. I've had too many. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the tease. The words were ice orals. The clue was I've had too many. It was, of course, calories. OK, time for our final letters game. Sean, Bob, you get to choose.
Can I have a consonant, please, Rachel?
Of course you can. S.
Vowel, please.
E.
Consonant.
Z.
Can we throw that one away?
Sure, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm, just to let you know, I'm trying to hold my nose and blow the eggnog out of my ear, and it didn't work.
If it helps, I can pour my water all over your face.
Oh, I'd love that, actually.
Would you?
Oh, please, yeah.
It's just...
Oh.
That help?
I'll be honest with you, I couldn't quite hear what you were saying. When you, I thought you just asked me how I was.
Can I have a consonant, please?
Sure.
Oh, the game's going on, isn't it?
P.
Consonant, please.
F.
Consonant, please.
S.
Vowel.
A.
Consonant, please.
R.
Consonant, please.
C.
Vowel,
And
please.
the last one. I.
OK, your 30 seconds starts now.
Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. When the kids start singing and the band begins to play. Oh, I wish it could be Christmas every day. Let the bells ring out for Christmas.
Sean, how many?
7.
Well, we have to count them all.
So, Bob, what have you got?
I've got 5 letters.
5, OK. John?
6.
Lucy?
5. I've got 5.
You got 5. OK, what's your 5?
Farce.
OK, Bob?
Prize.
Prize, OK. John, your 6?
Crisps.
Sean?
Praises.
Very good.
Praises.
Oh, lovely stuff.
7 points for Sean. OK, Adam, Susie, could they have done any better?
Don't think they could have done any better. We've got aspires.
OK, so Sean and Bob have 34. John and Lucy have 36. Couldn't be tighter. Time for your crucial countdown conundrum. Your time starts now.
Insert no. We don't need to do it. It's already done for you, isn't it?
That's not a word, though.
Bob.
Reinsert.
I mean, no. No.
Okay.
Meh. Do you know that?
John.
Nutrients.
Wow.
Let's have a look.
No.
So the final scores are Sean and Bob have 34, John and Lucy have 46. So congratulations, John, Lucy, you're now the proud owner of these, the Countdown Ballet costumes. Thanks to all our panelists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you watching at home. That's all from us. Good night.
And Jimmy's back with celebrity quizzers such as Richard Ayoade and Noel Fielding for the Big Fat Quiz of the Year 2019, Boxing Day at 9. And Richard Ayoade is the Maze Master next, as Scarlett Moffat leads a brand new celebrity lineup for the Crystal Maze Christmas special. That's coming up next.